Welcome to the channel, everybody that's watching for the first time, and welcome back. It's your boy 5 Star. It's been a little bit since I made an actual commentary video, so today I'm going to go ahead and actually review my Scuf Impact Controller like I promised to do. Now this video is going to be a little bit to the point, and I'm going to talk about what I do like about this controller and whether or not I feel it's a good buy or not. Now the first thing I'm going to talk about is going to be the actual grip on the back of the controller, in addition to the size of the controller. A lot of people make fun of this controller because they feel it's a knockoff of the Xbox 360 controller, and I don't think it's all that bad because the Xbox 360 controller is very comfortable. The Xbox One controller is very comfortable. You know, you don't really have to worry about, if you have bigger hands, grip of the controller, or getting cramps in your hand because you're holding something too small. So that's going to be a big plus for this controller, especially like I said earlier with the grip. If you get sweaty hands, or if you just want a better grip of your controller, that definitely goes a long way as to helping you do that. The second part of this controller I want to talk about is the actual weight. This controller is super light, in contrast to controllers like the Elite, which I think this might become my favorite controller over time, but right now the Elite is still my favorite controller, but it's very heavy. The Elite controller is a hell of a controller, but damn, that thing is heavy, and you could probably knock somebody out straight cold with it. But this one, it's even lighter than the base PS4 controller, which I don't know how, being that it's bigger. I still have my rumbles in. I just don't get it. This thing's super light. It's awkward. And with this controller being so light, it becomes second nature to maneuver the paddles. So the big difference between this one, outside of the actual size and the weight from the traditional Scuf, so I'm talking about the Scuf Impact versus the traditional Scuf, is that you have 4 paddles on the back, which is the first time on a PS4 that you've been able to get a Scuf that has 4 paddles. So with that, you can get a remapping chip like I did. It costs $25, and you pretty much press it onto the back, and you can change the paddles from the default configuration to however you want to use it. But a neat trick that could save you that money when you go to order this controller is if you actually go into your console settings and just map the paddles based off of what button they correspond to. So if you want your first paddle to the left to be jump, and right now it's circle, that's just an example, you would go to your console and change the circle to X. So now that's your jump. So that when you press that paddle, it automatically does it. And all the face buttons are pretty much covered as far as the 4 paddles on the back. So one is triangle, one is square, one is cross, and one is circle. So that's one way to save $25 if you didn't want to buy the chip. If you want to make it easy on yourself, just go ahead and buy the chip. It's worth it, and you'll be able to remap it on the fly. We're getting ready to touch base on the last 2 topics, but before the video ends, just please, if you enjoy the content, go ahead and subscribe. And if you know somebody that's in the market for a Scuf Impact controller, then maybe send them my way to take a look at this video, see if I can, shed some light on what I did like and see if they agree with it or not. So the last 2 topics are going to be performance and price. You could use the controller as a wired controller or a wireless controller. Depending if you play tournaments or competitively, the wired aspect of it is going to help you out. The price is about $139, and you can customize it based off of what you need. So if you want a different color, or the grips or rumbles out, it does make the price go up a little bit more. But at the end of the day, I definitely feel that you should buy this controller if you do have the money to spend on it and you're looking for a solid PS4 controller. I have nothing negative to say about it, so go ahead and make that purchase.